Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can trigger your AWS code pipeline if your images are living in the AWS ECR, which is the Elastic Container uh, Registry service provided by AWS, which is really secure. So currently, I don't have any repositories. So I'm going to show you all the process from the scratch, and you're going to trigger this particular, images from your Bitbucket code pipeline. Either you have, if you have any repositories in GitHub, GitLab, you can use that as well. So you have to simply follow the steps or your concepts with regard to the deployment, um, from to uh, from ECR to ECS is going to be clear without even accessing the AWS architecture. So let's begin. We are going to follow uh, the CI/CD process. So you have to create one repository in the ECS. Let's call this Cloud Geeks CA, and I'm going to call this, let's say, call this AWS ECR. So I'm going to scan my images. So it is good, for security purpose. So every image which you're going to push, it is going to, it is going to be scanned, and I'm going to use the default encryption as far as the tag immutability is concerned. So this means that it is all already written that it is not going to allow the override of your existing images in the AWS ECR. So I'm going to disable it. So I want to, push the same stuff or override my existing image as well. So as far as the scanning is concerned, this is really all options are really powerful. So I'm going to use this one. So this is the AWS ECR repository we are going to create, and uh, this is our repository. So um, let me show you that if I click here, you will see no images are pushed into that particular repository. So I'm going to simply use these command in order to log in. So I've already set up Windows um, Docker desktop. So I'm going to start it. So let us start, and I'm going to pause the video. So you have to wait for a while. So guys, my desktop, Docker desktop Windows is up and running. So what I'm going to do is to simply show you guys that how to simply, push your images to uh, ECR, which we have created. Okay. So if I do Docker ps-a, I don't have any container running. So this is not our concern. So if I do Docker images, I don't, okay, I have one image, Amazon Linux. So what I'm going to do is to, first of all, pull my Docker image, Docker pull, uh, QuickBooks 2018, which is available in my public Docker hub. So it's a public image. I'm going to pull this, and this is the image. I'm going to tag it, and I just want to post it to my ECR. So let it download. Till it is downloading, what I'm going to do is to simply try to log in with my ECR. So as Docker is up and running in my machine, so I'm going to simply copy this command. So make sure that you have already running AWS CLI. So, I mean, Docker should be running. So let's try to uh, access our ECR login is succeeded. So I'm able to access my ECR now. So what I'm going to do is to simply tag my image which I want to use in my ECR, and let look whether it downloaded that. Okay, so if I do Docker images, So you see our image is there. So what I'm going to do is to simply copy this and do docker tag if I not forget the command. Okay, so let's try to tag this with this tag. So I'm going to simply copy this and I'm going to tag this with this tag. Okay, so let it call this latest. Although this is not necessary for latest, so I'm going to tag this. Okay, I should not put hyphen t. Simply put tag. So if I do Docker images, and you will see that this is the one which we are going to push to our ECR. So for the push commands, instead of pushing it, so this is the one. Let me copy this stuff, and I'm going to push it to my ECR. So call this latest, and I'm going to push this one. So if everything is right, you will see it's going to push that particular image to our ECR, and shortly you will be see that we have our image available here. So the purpose of this video is that if we have our images in ECR, how we can trigger the AWS code pipeline that it is going to fetch the images uh, from our ECR, which is the private repository provided by AWS, which is the private, I should say, which is the private registry. In that particular registry, you have a private repository. So we are almost done with regard to the push. So let it push, and let's see, it's done. So you see, this is the latest tag, and if I copy the image URI and let it paste here, so this is the one which we have covered. So let's say if you watch my previous video with regard to the AWS code pipeline, so I want to trigger this time this image. So let me try to show you that. First of all, what I'm going to do is to deploy the green image, which is going to use my image from the Docker Hub. Okay, yeah. So then I'm going to use that particular ECR URI, which is going to pull the image from that particular ECR. I mean, which are going to use that particular ECR image. So let it first deploy the green stuff. So then I'm going to show you the update as well. Let it commit. You will see our code pipeline is going to be automatically triggered, and deployment is going to be done automatically. So if I navigate to the pipeline section, all this stuff I've already shown you guys. So if I navigate to the pipeline section, you will see the deployment. Our pipeline is going to be triggered automatically, and deployment to the ECS cluster is going to be done automatically. If I navigate to the pipeline section, navigate to the pipeline, you will see once it is succeeded, that pipeline is going to be triggered automatically. Currently in progress. If I click on the uh, excuse me, if I click on the pipeline, if it is successful, then the let me click on that. So currently in progress. So everything I've already shown you in my previous video. If you haven't watched that, how to do all the stuff and settings, you can navigate to that particular videos and see all the stuff which I've already provided to you guys. So it is going to deploy the stuff for us. It is going to deploy the new version of our application. Once everything is succeeded, you will see that our pipeline is going to be automatically triggered in AWS. If you click the code pipeline, you see it is in progress automatically, and it is going to deploy the new version of our application. So we have to wait for a while. So, but now what I'm going to do is to make sure that I should be using the image from the ECR. So I'm going to update my build spec YAML. So as far as this process is concerned, let it run. So as far as the process understanding, please watch those videos which I've already shown you guys. So okay, let me update this. So if you click on the edit, I'm going to update my image URI and the tag. Definitely, I'm going to use the latest tag. So if you have different tags for your environment, you can use those tags as well. So I'm going to simply click here and I'm going to update my image URI. So this is the one which we are going to use. So if I navigate to the uh, repository, so this is our repository, Cloud Geeks CACR. I mean, this is your, you can say this is your application or image. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to, once everything is deployed, let me show you that our application is up and running. We have deployed the green version from by committing from our Bitbucket. So let's try to use the ECR this time. So how it is going to behave. So let it call Cloud Geeks CA deploying image from AWS ECR to AWS ECS Fargate with AWS code pipe PIPE pipeline. That's fine. So simply we are going to commit. So let's commit. What I'm going to do is to navigate to that particular pipeline. Guys, at this time we are not pulling our image from the Docker Hub, which is actually publicly available. We will be using our image from the AWS ECR, which is the Elastic Container Registry Service. We have already pushed our image to the AWS ECR, whether you're building from your CI/CD process, I mean Docker build, or I mean building of your image can be done from your. See, it is not. It is now in progress. So navigate to pipeline. So I should be waiting for it. So anyway, it is in the progress section. So the point here is that it is going to pull the image from your ECR. And if I navigate to the S3 section, simply refresh it, and I'm going to download this particular artifact. Okay, sorry, I'm going to download, not upload. So I'm going to download this one, and I'm going to show you what image URI is going to use. So guys, what I've done here, that I have put that particular zip here and extracted, and it is going to use the URI which I've shown you guys. So let's try to see our deployment. If I navigate to how you can check that. So if I navigate to the task definition section, navigate to the task definition, you see we have six task definition. Navigate to the containers section and you see the image, that this is the image it is going to deploy, and if it has the privileges to pull the image from the ECR, then it is going to be working fine. So if I navigate to my cluster section and if I navigate to services, okay, so you see deployment is successfully, I mean, let me try to update this. So uh, I mean, it deployment is successfully done. Previously, the image was green, which I've shown you that I've changed the image from blue to green. From the green image was pulled from our Docker Hub, and this image is now pulled from our ECR. So if I navigate to just to show you guys the truth behind it and the POC. So you see, we have our cluster. In that cluster, we have our service, and this is using the task definition number 6. So which means, which I've already shown you the task definition. Let me show you that as well. So again, actually, I'm showing you guys. So it is pulling the image from ECR. Our deployment is automatically triggered from the Bitbucket. So uh, this is our target to, deploy the stuff from the ECR if you have already pushed our image to ECR. So how you can automatically trigger that particular stuff from AWS code pipeline. So if you navigate to the container section, you will see this is the image URI which I pushed to my ECR. So this is the ECR section, and um, I mean this is the stuff I've already shown you guys. As far as the previous deployment, which was green, and let me show you the task definition as well. So if I navigate to the task definition section, which I updated, it was actually, sorry, excuse me, it was actually pulling the image from my Docker Hub, which is the publicly available. Uh, so previous was version was to that pulled from the publicly available repository, which is not secure. Definitely, we have deployed the secure version automatic deployment from our ECR to AWS. So that is it. Uh, that is it, guys. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. And please share the video as much as you can. Thank you. Have a nice day.